Alright, hello everybody, and yes, you're reading the title correctly, we are doing a tier list. I've always wanted to do one of these for the channel, but I've never, known how to do it. I mean, I know how to make a tier list, but I just didn't know how to, actually set up the video, but we're gonna try to do it anyway. So when you do a tier list, you're going to need a topic, and since the only thing I talk about on this channel here of late is Lego Star Wars, that's pretty easy. So I went around YouTube looking for tier list videos for this game, and there's a few, but I noticed that there was no video ranking the boss battles for this game. Well, yes, there were tier lists that ranked the characters and the levels and even the different games themselves. I never seen one for the boss battles. So we're going to change that today. So I went ahead and made a tier list template for this, and if you would like to go check it out, I've got the link to it down in the description. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. So go ahead and remember to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Alright, so we're starting off with a really good one, Darth Maul. It's just all around a really solid level, and the boss fight that you have with Darth Maul, which pretty much spans this entire level, is also really good. You start off by fighting him here, where he just throws these containers at you, and you also have to destroy these droids. This is just a small little part of the boss battle. It's kind of a first part, but either way, after that you just have to chase him around the map until you get to this final area here where you actually fight him. And yeah, it's actually really good. You fight him a little bit, then he jumps on these platforms and he throws pots and bicycles at you for some reason, and you pretty much just throw those items back at him, and then he jumps back down and you kill him. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good boss battle. So I would say it's a good boss battle. It's not quite amazing, but it is good. It's almost amazing, but I'm just going to put it at good for now. Alright, so the next boss battle is Zam Wessel. This isn't that good. First off, in the original Lego Star Wars, this level was not even added, and that's probably for good reason, because this level is horrible. All you do is really chase Zam Wessel around this map, and you don't really do anything but go straight. It also has these weird periods where you have to destroy these power things, and it's super annoying, and yeah. And once you actually get to the boss battle, it lasts about a total of 5 seconds, so yeah, no, this is horrible. Alright, so moving away from that steaming pile of garbage, we'll head over to Camino, where we will find Jango Fett. Discovery on Camino is actually one of my favorite levels in the complete saga, so it's fitting that it's capped off by a really good boss battle. So pretty much half the level has you chasing Jango Fett around Camino, and you finally face off here at this platform. They have you fight Jango in a few different ways, so first you have to go try to chase him down and hit him, and then after that you have to deflect blaster bolts at him, and then force push his rockets back at him. And on top of that, Boba is up in Jango's ship constantly firing at you. So it's just a really fun and challenging level, and at the end it is actually kind of funny. Once Jango's down to 1 heart, he actually gets on the ground and starts running around, and you have to chase him around. Sometimes it can be really hard to get him, and it's just really funny to watch. So yeah, this is a really good level. It might not be as good as Darth Maul, but we're going to put it at good. It's right behind it. It's right there. It's right up there with Darth Maul, so there we go. The next boss battle is another Jango Fett fight, and this one really isn't as good as the last one. So this one's in the Jedi battle level, and it might just be because this level's kind of meh to me, but I really don't think this Jango Fett battle is really as good as the last one. The way you fight Jango Fett here pretty much is ripped straight from the last fight, but minus the ship firing at you. I really don't have anything else to say about this one. It's not terrible. I don't think it's quite bad enough to be a not good, but it's definitely lower end okay. It's almost not good, but for now we're just going to put it in okay. So up next we have Count Dooku, and this is a really good level. I love this one. You start off as playing Anakin and Obi-Wan, and you chase Count Dooku into this place, and you fight a few Geonosians, and you mess around with some platforms, but after that you get into the actual boss fight. The first part has you fighting him as Anakin and Obi-Wan, and you fight him normally for a little bit, and then he jumps over and starts throwing objects at you. And after that a cutscene plays, and Anakin gets his arm chopped off, and then Yoda shows up, and then you can begin the second part where you play as Yoda, and pretty much the same thing happens, but instead of him throwing objects at you, he uses force lightning on you, and you do pretty much the same thing you did last time, and then after that the battle's over. So yeah, this is a pretty solid boss battle. I would say it's probably actually a little bit better than Darth Maul. Maul. It's probably not amazing, but I'd say it's about as good as Darth Maul if it would let me actually put it here. There we go. The next boss battle is another Count Dooku fight, and this one takes place in the middle of the Chancellor and Peril level. This battle's pretty good, it's just nothing too special. It feels a lot like the other boss battles, but that's not really a bad thing, but there's nothing really in this battle that makes it stand out. What you do in this level is that you just fight Count Dooku a few times, then he shocks you a few times, and then you fight him again one last time, and then you kill him. I mean, it does do a good job recreating the scene from the movie, but gameplay-wise, it's kind of just the same thing we've been doing. I mean, hey, we do get to fight some super battle droids. We don't get to see those very often in this game, but other than that, that's really it. So yeah, I really don't have anything else to say about this one, so I guess we'll just put it at okay. It's almost good, but yeah, it's okay. It's way better than the second Jango Fett level, though. Alright, so the next boss battle we're going to look at is General Grievous, and this one pretty much takes up the entire level. This level has you play as Obi-Wan and Commander Cody because, well, you need a second player, and it actually does a really good job at utilizing Commander Cody as a major part in the level. This boss battle has a few stages where you bring General Grievous's health down to a point to where, say, he jumps on this rock or this platform, and then you have to use Commander Cody to, say, shoot a bomb or something like that to bring him back down to the platform. So they did a good job making the other player useful in a level to which it could have just been a solo fight to begin with. So yeah, they did a really good job on this one. I know we're overcrowding the good section, but this one's pretty good. It's almost better than Darth Maul, actually. I know that might be a little bit controversial, but yeah, we're gonna put it ahead of Darth Maul. Alright, so the next level we're gonna look at is Darth Vader, and this level is legendary. The whole premise of this level is to work together as the world is falling apart around you, and this level does it perfectly. And you may be wondering, hey, Nostalgic, aren't we talking about boss battles, not just the levels? Well, yeah, we are, but in this case, we can't really talk about the boss battle at the end of this one without talking about the level first. So in this level, you play as Obi-Wan and Anakin as you move through the Mustafar mining facility. And you'll notice pretty quick that this level is a lot different from pretty much all of the other ones. Each area is timed in some way, and if you run out of time, you have to restart that area. Which also brings us into something else that's different, that when you die, you don't just respawn instantly, you have to restart the area you were just in. Which is a stark contrast from pretty much all of the other levels, but it really works good here because it introduces a level of urgency that you need to move quick through the level. This level is really focused on being a co-op level too, because there's a lot of things in this level that have to require both players to do something. Once you get through all of the areas, you finally make it to this rock where the boss battle actually takes place. The boss battle itself isn't really anything special, but the fact that you can actually fight each other in co-op in this makes it 10 times better. This was a huge selling point in the original game, that you could fight your friends in story mode or even take your free play characters and just have these cool little fights here on Mustafar. So yeah, this boss battle, while maybe not special by itself, is amazing for other reasons. So yeah, it definitely deserves to be up here in amazing. What doesn't deserve to be up here in amazing is this next boss battle, Imperial Spy. Now I have no clue why this exists. This caps off the Mos Eisley spaceport level, and the only thing I can think of is that they needed to make something into a boss battle for the New Hope or it just wouldn't have any. You don't really fight the Imperial Spy as much as you do the Stormtroopers, so I think the real boss battle is them, but whenever you do actually get to fight him, well, he doesn't fight back. You just kind of gotta chase him around and shoot him. And then whenever he finally dies, he just kind of falls apart, and then you gotta kill one last wave of Stormtroopers, and then you can end this wonderful battle. So yeah, this is horrible. It's going behind Zam Wessel. Alright, so the next boss battle takes place on Dagobah, and this is where we fight the vision of Darth Vader. Yeah, that scene in the movie where Luke fought a dream of Vader in the cave. Yeah, they actually added it here. This one isn't too bad. I really don't know how to really describe this one. It's really simple. It has you do some simple tasks. Vader kind of teleports around, and then whenever you finally beat him, he just disappears. So yeah, really don't have anything else to add to this one. I guess it's okay. It might be better than Jango, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, we'll put it a little bit better than Jango. It's kind of mid-level for me. I can see why people would disagree with this one, but yeah, I can't really rank it any higher than that. Alright, so the next one is another Darth Vader level, and this one is Cloud City Trap. This battle's pretty good. It does a pretty good job at recreating the scene from the movie movie, while still adding a lot of the cool stuff that we like to see in Lego games. While yes, this level still does suffer from the same problem that pretty much all of the other lightsaber boss battles do, this one has you doing a lot of other stuff to keep it from being dull. The only real complaint I have with this level is I think some of the stuff in the middle part of the level kinda is a little overdone. But all in all, it's not too bad, so I'd say this is pretty good. I think it's a little better than General Grievous, actually. I don't know, well, you know what? It's better than Count Dooku. We'll put it ahead of Count Dooku, if it'll let me do it. There we go. Alright, so up next we have the first of 2 Boba Fett boss battles that we'll be looking at. This is the one on Cloud City, and this is actually the better of the 2, if you want to call it that. I don't know what it is about Lego games and doing Boba Fett this dirty, but he just can never seem to get a really good boss fight in any Lego game. This one's not terrible, but it's just not really that good. This boss battle takes place at the beginning part of Betrayal on Bespin, and you just follow him around until you meet him in this room, and then you just begin to fight him. He just flies around this room until you drain his health down to 1, and then he just runs away. I don't know, I really don't think this boss battle was needed. They could have just set it up to where you were just chasing him up until you watched him escape. I think that would have made a lot more sense. So yeah, I'm tempted to put this in not good, but it's okay. The aesthetics of Cloud City definitely helped this level out a little bit, but it's almost not good, but we'll put it in okay for now. Alright, so up next we have the Rancor, and this is another one that I really don't see the purpose of. While yes, it was a tension-filled scene in the movie, I really don't think it needed to be added to the game. If you're new to this game or haven't played it in a while, this boss battle might actually confuse you. I remember a couple years ago whenever I picked the game back up, and I played this level, and it took me like 15 minutes to actually figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. The way you actually fight him is by using this R2-D2 panel, and it drops the Gamorrean guard down for the Rancor to grab, and then he brings him over to a corner and just stands there, and there's these little blocks here that you have to shoot, and it explodes and it damages him. And for the final heart, you have to drop down one more Gamorrean guard, and then he walks under this door, and you use Luke and Han to pull these 2 levers, and the Rancor's dead. So yeah, this boss battle isn't really that good. That and the fact I really don't like the Jabba's Palace level, it's going in not good. Alright, so getting pretty close to the end here, our next boss battle is the other Boba Fett fight. And this one is way worse than the other one. You know, I think this boss battle only lasts about a total of 10 seconds because all you do is shoot him a couple times and it's over. It's really unfortunate that they didn't give Boba Fett a better boss battle in any of these games. Like, yeah, I know they didn't have a lot to work with from the movies, but at least give us something cooler than this. So yeah, unfortunately Boba Fett's not going to make it too high up on the list, but yeah, it's going behind the Rancor and not good, unfortunately. Alright, so we finally made it to the last boss battle, and it is a really good one. I still say that Jedi Destiny is in my top 2 favorite levels in this entire game. I think Rescue the Princess is the only one that really tops this level. But yeah, I'm sure all of you guys know what this one's about. You play as Luke and Vader as you try to defeat Palpatine. You know, out of all of the boss battles that we've covered on this list, I think this is the only one where the level and the boss battle are equally as fun. The aesthetics of the level are perfect, and it has a bunch of cool little puzzles and challenges all over. And the boss battle itself is really fun too, as Palpatine jumps to like these different platforms and there's some sort of challenge you have to do to get up to him. That and the boss battle itself is really rewarding too. And we can't forget to mention the Imperial guards either. They're like boss battles in themselves. They're super hard to beat, and their red suits look really cool. I mean, this whole level is really good. I can't think of any other way to really cap off this game. So yeah, by now it should be pretty obvious where I'm going to put this. It is the best boss battle in the game. But yeah, that was the last one. I hope everybody enjoyed. I've never made a tier list before, and I know not everybody's going to agree with my rankings, and I'm probably going to anger a couple people. But if you would like to make your own rankings that are better than mine, I put the link to this tier list I made down in the description below. But either way, I hope you guys liked this video, so go ahead, leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.